Serbian prosecutors have been seeking a 6-month prison sentence, but Real Madrid striker Luka Jovic will instead pay a fine of €30,000. Real Madrid striker Luka Jovic will pay a fine in Serbia to avoid jail time over his flouting of coronavirus restrictions in his native country earlier this year. Real Madrid man pays €30,000 to avoid jail. Jovic had been facing a possible 6 months in prison, but, according to Spanish radio station Cadena Cope, he has now agreed to pay €30,000 instead. Jovic breaks quarantine. After return to Belgrade, having traveled back to Serbia in March after the outbreak of the pandemic, it emerged that Jovic had broken a mandatory 14-day quarantine period following his arrival when he was spotted out partying in the capital, Belgrade. Jovic. Real Madrid forward. Serbia news stats. Jovic criticized by Serbian political leaders over COVID-19 rule breach. His actions sparked outrage in Serbia, leading to criticism from Prime Minister Ana Brnabic, who complained of the negative examples from our football stars, who are getting paid millions and are ignoring mandatory self-isolation upon returning home. Meanwhile, the country's president, Aleksandar Vučić, said the player would be arrested if he was caught breaking quarantine regulations again. I think they, Jovic and Nikola Nkolic of Serbia side Ascoli, are both sorry for what they have done, but I would like to make it very clear to them that the lives of our people are much more important than their millions, Vučić said. Real Madrid. Spain news stats. Jovic pays fine after initial refusal. Jovic initially refused to pay up after Serbian authorities fined him €30,000, prompting prosecutors to open judicial proceedings against the 22-year-old and call for a 6-month jail sentence. However, the Serbia international has now agreed to pay the original fine.